Welcome to the Make Every Day Amazing podcast. Do you want to do more with your life, but you feel the cards have been stacked against you? Once you learn that things happen for you, not to you, you can begin to see your own transformation in the mirror, and the people around you will know that you're on fire. This podcast will show you a whole new outlook on life and set you up for success. Your host, Todd Harmison, will help you make every day amazing.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Man, it is a beautiful Thursday morning, and I am back with you. I've missed 2 weeks now, I believe, maybe even 3. There's been so much going on between graduation for my son Jacob from the academy and little Miss Berkeley turning 2. We've had family in town from out of state. Man, it's been a whirlwind. And then I had a little health scare, but have no fear. Everything's been cleared there. But yeah, it's been a whirlwind of a couple weeks here. And I am so glad to be back with you. I tried to record an episode yesterday, and I got about 6 minutes into the episode, and all of a sudden my son Justin calls right in the middle of it, which isn't like him to call. So then I was like, ooh, better answer it. And, you know, I thankfully called. Don't get me wrong. Everything was fine. And I love talking to my kids, so that's why I took the call, you know. But it just throws me off my game then, you know. I couldn't, like, I paused the video, and I went back and I listened, and I just wasn't able to pick up the message that I was trying to convey with the same energy and excitement and everything that I had pre him calling. And I recorded it, and I went back and listened to my message, and it just did not sound good, man. And you know, if I'm going to do this, I want to provide you guys with positive, professional sounding information that helps you develop your mindset to make every day amazing. And that's what it's all about. You know, this week there's been so much going on weather-wise, and I have to give a shout out to, you know, just the victims of the massive tornadoes from Michigan. We've had some here in Indiana, Kentucky, Tennessee. Now today I see I got alerts this morning about North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, Georgia, all in the South like that, you know. And I was like, oh man, just more destruction and devastation from Mother Nature. We've been so blessed here. We've had a couple days of threatening weather, and everything seems to go north and south of us here, you know. And so with that being said, you know, sometimes we really have to reach deep inside to find what makes every day amazing. You know, think about the victims right now that have lost everything. Their homes have just been completely taken down to the foundation from the perils of Mother Nature and the wrath of tornadoes and everything. You know, the people that have lost everything. Think about if that was you, if that was your family. You know, I could do a whole segment on being prepared and what you need to do financially and accountability wise and documenting things to be prepared for that. But that's not what today's about. Today's talking about, even in the darkness of pain and suffering and tragedy like that, we have to be able to find what makes every day amazing. If you don't, you just literally drive yourself into a world of darkness and a world of depression, you know? And that's so important. It's all about the mind up here, training yourself. As I was trying to get into my message yesterday or the day before when I got interrupted, I was talking about repetition and how you have to do things hundreds of times in order to build muscle memory for it to become natural. In law enforcement, we tell recruits, man, you need to, at a minimum, you need to draw your weapon 100 times just to even remotely get close to that natural instinct and that natural action. For me in law enforcement now, working on my 24th year, it's natural. I've practiced and I've practiced and I've practiced, and it's literally natural instinct for me. And that's what we have to get to with the Make Every Day Amazing. Okay? Make Every Day Amazing is not something that just happens on its own. It's not something that you can just say, I'm really down today. I need to make today amazing. No, that's not how that works. It works because of muscle memory. Things have to occur naturally. Your mind just has to be trained that you're already looking at the positives that are going to come from today. The positive that's going to come from today, I have work this morning. I'm headed off to. I've got a doctor's appointment. Who knows what the doctor's going to tell me? I'm sure they're going to tell me I can't eat anything that's yummy and fun and food that I just love to eat. They're going to say no more of it. Cut out my milk, cut out my sugars, cut out my good stuff. I can't dwell on that. I have to think about the positives. The positives, first and foremost, I was above ground this morning. God had a plan for me when my alarm clock went off. That's the first thing to be positive about. I woke up. Second thing, I went and worked out with my good friend Manny. We work out 3 days a week. I've been doing that now for, back in the winter. I remember it was cold when we'd go. So, February-ish time frame, I think it was, we started. So February, March, April, May, we're on our third month now of it. It's not even natural yet. We do that 3 days a week. And I just commented to him today. I was like, on Sunday night and Monday night and Wednesday nights, the night before, I'm like, God, I really wish Manny would text me and say we're not going. But yet I wake up those mornings and I jump out of bed and I'm like, all right, let's go. It's workout time. So that just tells me that it's not even muscle memory yet. Doing it 3 days a week for 3 months hasn't become natural, hasn't become habit. And then later this afternoon, weather permitting, gonna go ride bicycle with my youngest son Justin. That's what he was calling me about, I think. And we're gonna go hit the Monon Trail today. I've not ridden the Monon Trail since my kids were little, and I'm excited by it, man. Last year, Justin and I rode from Fishers to Castleton, had dinner, and then pedaled back. Excuse me. But today it's the Monon Trail. So we're looking at, I don't know, probably if I were to guess, somewhere 25 mile, 30 mile round trip. Maybe not quite, maybe 20, 25 miles. Can't remember exactly. I told him when we start, I want to mark the time of when we start pedaling from our entry point. And I kind of want to mark some moments so that we have an idea, if we only have an hour to ride, how far we can go, how far can we go in 2 hours, that kind of thing. So, that's things that are going to make today amazing. I don't care what happens at work. Doesn't matter to me. I don't care. People can call me and want to micromanage all day long. I don't care. I've had an amazing day already. I know I'm going to have an amazing day as soon as my work day's over. I'm going to go do something that I enjoy, that's fulfilling to me. And that reminds me of what makes every day amazing. And that's what I enjoy. Okay? That's what you have to find. I challenge you, whether you're at home, at work, or whether you're on the drive, no matter where you're at, you have to find things that make every day amazing and begin to make the mental mindset. When you're ready to work with me, get on my calendar. Go to my website. Did you know I have a website? ToddHarmison.com. you can go to my website and learn different things. And I post about make every day amazing and mental things about how to prepare and make yourself successful. That's the game, is we want to make every day successful. When you change your attitude and your mindset, things will happen for you. All right? Say it with me, gang. Make every day amazing. Have a good one. And that's a wrap. Another episode of the Make Every Day Amazing podcast is in the books. Thanks a million for tuning in. Before you go, could you do me a quick favor? Head over to iTunes or wherever you listen to your podcast and drop a rating for the show. Your feedback helps amazing people just like you discover this podcast. Speaking of amazing people, are you the next amazing success story in the making? If you're ready to tackle life and its lessons both personally and professionally, get on my calendar by going to speakwithtodd.com. Together, we're going to build you a path to success. Are you ready to jump on board? I'll see you on the next Make Every Day Amazing podcast.